Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Here we go. They have an enthusiastic fan base that's gone completely nuts. The team plays an exciting brand of ball, and most of all, they are winning.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. And stolen by Hartenstein. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Well, Doris, Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was, BA, and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
Yeah, and certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. I asked him specifically about Stephen Curry and what his defensive game plan is for him, and he told me, I just talked with them about communicating out there, especially when the screens are coming. We can't give Steph an inch in those situations. I think it's fair to say we can expect to hear a lot of chatter out there tonight, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Warriors foul.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Williams. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Holmgren. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot. Here's Dort. To the left side wing. Inside. Here's Hartenstein. Soft touch off the glass.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates. A very heady passer for a big man.
Draymond Green.
And it's good for 2.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, BA. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
And Dort is such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
Timeout called, the Warriors. Their first chance this season playing the Thunder.
And these two teams will face off against one another 4 times. It should be fun.
So what you look for in the first game, 1, does one team make a statement? And 2, how does the other team react to that?
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Warriors trail by 4. Here's Hield. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
For a guy with the shot mechanics of Buddy Hield, you'd love to see him get to the free throw line more, but it's really not his game. He is just a dead-eye three-point shooter.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A steady offensive force, averaging around 32.5 a game.
But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a thirsty scorer, and if you concede the mid-range, he'll take it.
Here's Payton. The ball's knocked loose. Pass to Hield. Back to Curry. Takes the three. Golden State with a rebound. Outside Hield. 6 to shoot. Now Kuminga. He's covered by Holmgren.
You can see Buddy Hield is now seeing the floor at a different level. Those assist numbers growing big time.
Here's Holmgren. It's Williams, high post. Another shot. The Warriors pull it in. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Now here's Curry. He's scoreless. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for OKC. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And the three-pointer goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander continues to hone in. When he's draining threes, he's almost unguardable.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. He's got his first free throws of the night right here. No good on the free throw.
Shooting for Golden State, Kevon Looney at the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Williams. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga.
I mean, Jalen Williams is a guy who a lot of people are excited about. He has the talent to be a multi-time All-Star and perhaps an even higher ceiling than that.
Down low. And stolen by Williams. And it's Dort off the drive.
Love that alley-oop slam.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They know Curry can go for 50, 60 any night. So they're forcing someone else to beat him. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And we're back, folks. Thanks for joining us on this Memorial Day NBA Hoops Extravaganza. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Pass to Caruso. And he gets it to go. Caruso's got his first points of the game. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Wow, Dort showing off that incredible strength as he takes it right to the rack for a slam.
Outside Pajemski. And here's Butler outside. They get it again. Here's Green. Tries yet again. It's good.
You love any possession that ends in the paint, especially if the ball is in the hands of Jimmy Butler.
Here's Williams. Oh, goodness! Cocked it back and fired it home.
And we see the speed and power. And Williams shows off on that one.
Golden State calls timeout. The 12th overall pick in 2022, Jalen Williams. What a find by the Thunder Doors.
This is so exciting for this organization because even though J-Dub went to a mid-major school, wasn't a big high school recruit, he ended up being second in Rookie of the Year voting. He's getting better and better. He has got an unbelievable future.
And the Warriors making a change here. Warriors trail by 13. Here's Payton. Driving inside. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. Outside, Williams. From the high post. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Williams has got 7 points in the game.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. Pass to Pajimski. To the paint. Post shot, no good. Thunder leading by 15. And it's Williams off the drive. Here's Dort. Wiggins outside. Here's Payton. He takes it in. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Got to attack when you have that chance.
Here's Wiggins. Pass to Dort. Intercepted. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Hartenstein with it. On the wing, Caruso. No good on the three. Warriors trail by 13. Here's Green. The rebound by Wiggins.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Here's Williams. The rebound by Payton. Golden State with the ball. Doors, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits. I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Hartenstein. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. And the Thunder lead by 11. To the middle. Here's Payton. Green for three. Dort grabs the miss. And it's Dort with the ball for the Thunder. And Williams punches it home.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
Pass to Wiggins. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten his third basket of the night. Healed on the wing. From downtown. And Looney with the slam.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
With a score.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for Oklahoma City. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Warriors trail by 15. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Releases. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
To the inside. Back to Pajemski. Ooh, stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge. You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set. Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Out of bounds, the Oklahoma City's ball. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Pass to Dort. The three. Oklahoma City gets it back. Williams misses.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
It's good on the putback.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
That shot off. Great D that time from Holmgren.
I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
Here's Butler. And Butler is there for the flush.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. And the Warriors making a switch here.
Jonathan Kuminga. Buddy Hield.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And it's Holmgren missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And they're on the break. The offensive rebound. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wallace. Clock at 6.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Second chance effort. Rebounded by Butler. Warriors trail by 13. Pass to Curry. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Lou Dort picks one up.
Ideally, you're trying not to send Stephen Curry to the line, but this guy creates those situations with his instinct and his ability.
Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, B.A., this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it. Buddy Hield, so active on the offensive end, finds the defense in a compromised position and gets what he's looking for.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And the Warriors making a change here. 1:36 left in the third quarter here. Hartenstein. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
First team foul.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And the second free throw is good. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, B.A., whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn everything. What happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have zero problems with the salaries.
And here's the fast break. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And in transition, Holmgren has speed, but he also plays under control.
Golden State calls timeout. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and
Towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And the Warriors with possession here. They trail by 14. Curry looking it over. A deep three. Looney. Great positioning on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Wiggins outside. Doubled by Payton. Jang gets the bucket. Jang's got his first 2 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Lays it up and banks it in. Jang's got 4 points this quarter.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Payton, no good. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Oklahoma City shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Here's Caruso. Wallace, left side. Lots of room. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Wallace has got his first 2 points of the night.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack at the level.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is...
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Oklahoma City ahead, up 19. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. To the middle. Here's Moody. Back to Butler. Outside Pajemski. Pass to Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
The assist.
Boy, you love to see the lift Draymond Green gets on these dunks. Once he's established, forget about it.
Williams. The layup misses. Warriors trail by 17. Here's Butler. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Pass to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Out of bounds. It'll be ticks off the clock here in the fourth. And here's Butler outside. The Thunder pull it in. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Here's Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And up the court come the Thunder on the break. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
What I love most about Jimmy Butler is his will to win and the capacity he has to take his teammates right along with him.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
He couldn't get to the line once in the first half. Coach must have really talked to him at the break.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss. And it's Green with the ball for Golden State. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
Watch your head. Jimmy Butler in the house.
Rebounded by Hield. Warriors trail by 13. Outside Pajemski. Back to Moody. Inside. Here's Butler. Moody with it. Guarded now by Williams. And it's Hield missing.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. And the Thunder lead by 15.
Come on, who doesn't like the turnaround jumper, especially when it's taken with that kind of precision?
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
Thank you for that, Allie. Oklahoma City leading by 15. Oh, swiped away. Left side, Green. Pass to Butler. Back to Green. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
He pushed a little too hard there trying to close the gap. And yes, he paid the price.
Well, that's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Golden State foul.
All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Personal foul.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Outside Curry. Second shot opportunity. Oh, Curry, what a tough finish.
I'll tell you, Steph Curry has worked so hard to develop that ball handling ability, and it shows through on that bucket. What a move from Steph.
Back to Caruso. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Third personal foul.
Well, Grant, it appears the league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around. They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Thunder.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And this is one of the best teams we have ever seen. 69 wins this year.
Wow! It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for Chet Holmgren.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Wallace's shot is good.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
And it's Butler with the jam.
I think you can make a strong case that Draymond Green is the best passing four in the league. Unreal court vision.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Pass to Williams. Back to Caruso. Outside Mitchell. This one for 3. Knocks it down from distance. And the Thunder lead by 20.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
They're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This
$1 was them, yeah. I be stunting like a big timer, was them, yeah. Another night was them, yeah. She give you drama, was them, yeah. If you see me, just give me a holler, was them, yeah. You need motion, I got all kinds of, was them, yeah. If you see me, just give me a holler, was them, yeah. If you see me, just give me a holler, was them, yeah. My alarm going off, phone keep ringing, and it's money on my